survival for the fittest. But what was life like in the prison?
Kitu yenye tulikuwa tunatumia tuseme kulewa, drugs ndio tulikuwa tunatumia yake. Drugs yani ndio nilikuwa naona yani ni kitu kubwa nimeona ambaye nimefanya iko inafurahisha. Iko mzuri kwa maisha yangu. Kitu kama hiyo drugs hiyo.
Juma Baraza is looking forward to having a totally transformed life from drugs. The worry is the atmosphere that might transform him to being worse than ever before. He is an artist.
Lord, save me, Lord. I wanna trust, Lord. No one I can praise apart from Lord. Oh my Lord, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Take me, Lord. Save me, Lord. I wanna trust, Lord. No one I can praise apart from Lord. Oh my Lord. Mungu Baba mbali umenitoa Lord. Kila siku mimi ndakusifu. Ninajua hakuna kama we. Mungu Baba we wanipenda me. God, I need to thank you for everything you done for me. Every day, every time you make me to stay. Mwadhani Jesu wene mwega fyo Lord. Hey,
this is moving.
Wene mwega fyo Lord. Hey, we monene fyo, we monene mwadhani Jesu wene mwega fyo Lord. Hey, we monene fyo.
According to this family, police officers have been killing them for no reason at all. It's profoundly saddening that people die in the hands of the police. We wanted to get a balanced outlook of these claims, so we made a footing on the street to find out why police officers have been killing the so-called innocent members of street families. We would like to examine some of the clips that we received from the streets. These are undercover clips that would give us an insight on what takes place on the streets of our cities, and especially with regards to crime or criminal activities on the streets. For example, the clip that we want to examine firstly is this one, where there is this guy who is pretending to be collecting some kind of plastics from garbage. But when you look at some of the clips that we have here, you'll realize that this person is quite a different person. Targets people who are helpless, people who are in the buses traveling, and tries to open the windows and snatch the phones from them. This is another attempt, but still is not successful. Does not care about people who are walking anywhere, or if he could be attacked by people. We all have a responsibility to ensuring that these people become an important part of our society, and therefore there is need for each one of us to play his role or her role in ensuring that these people identify themselves as good part of the society, because many of them suffer an identification crisis. They have been involved in very bad culture of stealing, and it's important that they come out of it safely, and they will make our society also be safe, especially on the streets of our cities. Of this mass of people ravaged by poverty, civil violence and globalization, it is the children who have to struggle most. Some are sent out by their impoverished parents to work or beg. Others have lost their families through illness, and some have simply been abandoned by their parents because they're too much of a burden.
Nimaliza hii mwaka ikiisha na kitu 36 years. Ndio nimekaa hapa. Shida ni moja. Unapata mtu mzazi wake aliaga akiwa mdogo na hakukuwa na mtu mwingine angeweza kumshika mkono, Sasa unapata ule mtoto anajaribu kwenda mahali atasaidika apate kitu ya kukula, na mahali analala hata huwezi jua kwa sababu anaweza kuwa analala nje, ama analala hata hapa ndani. Hawa wasichana wadogo unapata mtu aliwacha shule, akatoroka kwao, akakuja hapa, kutafuta maisha wapi? Maisha hapa.
These street persons scramble to maintain the most basic form of existence, as seen in Dandora dumping site. It's alleged that street families form the criminal underworld of Nairobi City. We are out to find the truth in a practical assessment with some of the most dangerous criminals in Kenya. Almost every survey that has been carried out in the recent past to find out what issue greatly worries the residents of Nairobi, security or rather insecurity, has consistently topped the list. In the past few months, crime rate has gone higher in Nairobi. Some of these situations have been hard to handle. At times, regular police officers have been overstretched, prompting elite death squad operating under legal orders to round up criminals in Kenya have been called in to neutralize high-tech criminals in the city. We are on our way to Kibera, the perceived largest slum in Africa. We are looking for a gang of very deadly criminals. They have killed many, and many of them have as well been killed by the police. Before we get the gang, something weird appears. This is justice made in Kibera slum. The men under torture had stolen a tool meant for farming. They were adamant. But when the aggressors finally decided on burning them alive at the watch of their parents, the suspects agreed to give back the tool that they had stolen. and our search continues. I am standing in an intriguing but largely overlooked transformation of governance and security that has rocked Kenya over the last decades. One which has implications on economic developments, and this time round would be describing a zero-sum state failure in as far as curbing gun running is concerned in the country. Let's see the meaning of insecurity in Kenya. Unit gang was initially made up of 21 young men who were members of street families. After months of concession with the current head of the gang, I'm approaching the valley of death with one who can destroy my life in a matter of minutes, if not seconds. He assures me of my safety.
Hata wakikuja kuna kitu kinafanyika. Tukiona hakuna noma. Hakuna shida. Tuwezi vamiwa na mtu hapa. Hapa tuko safe. Uko safe. Safe yako si ndio tuko nayo. Usio na wasiwasi.
I want to know why he has been a top city criminal.
Nilipoanza kujitegemea nikaona hamna chochote kile ningeweza kufanya nipate hela ila tu wizi. Ndipo nikaanza shughuli za ujambazi. Mwanzo nilianza kwa nyonga watu tukiwapora. Nikaendelea baada kama mwaka 3 hivi nikajiunga na kikosi cha vijana ambao walikuwa na bunduki. Tukaendelea wizi. Tulikuwa vijana kama 20. Ndiposa maaskari walipoanza kuwaua, wakawaua. Tulipofika tukibaki watu 12, ndipo wakati nilipokuja nikaanza kushinda hasa na vijana wa darajani kama kinga yangu.
In this hour, we will take you inside under the cover of Street Family.
Niliona vile vijana wale wanakaa, nikaona wanakaa maisha ya kifahari. Nami nikatamani kuishi maisha kama hiyo. Na nikajipeleka. G-Unit hasa ilianzishwa na vijana wawili. Mmoja ambaye ni marehemu na mmoja pia vile vile hayupo nchini, ako ng'ambo. Anaitwa Osama.
Anaitwa Osama.
Hao ndio walichoanza hicho kikundi.